Hey, did you know one of the most iconic workouts used in history was inspired by a waffle iron? In the early days of Nike, coach Bill Bowerman poured rubber into his wife's waffle maker to create a better athletic shoe, the Waffle Trainer. Great for running, terrible for breakfast. Unless you like Goodyear waffles that come with a 50,000-mile warranty. If you're into fitness facts and tips rooted in science, not social media hype or wild speculation, then subscribe and share this video. Hi, I'm Dr. Jake. This is part of a series exploring the many benefits of exercise. This week's focus, aerobic exercise. Here's a quick quiz. True or false? Aerobic literally means living in the presence of oxygen. Stick around for the answer. But first, let's dive into what aerobic exercise actually does inside your body. From your hippocampus to your ankles, the list of benefits just keeps getting longer. Aerobic exercise like walking, jogging, cycling, and swimming challenges your cardiovascular system. Ironically, making your heart work hard for 30 to 60 minutes makes the rest of its blood pumping life easier. Over time, aerobic exercise strengthens the heart muscles so it can pump more blood per beat. This lowers your resting heart rate, a sign that the heart's not lazy but in shape. It also helps manage blood pressure. As we age, blood pressure often creeps upward, putting more strain on the heart as it beats. But regular aerobic training reduces systolic blood pressure by 5 to 8 points, or millimeters of mercury, a drop that's significant enough to reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. It can also help lower diastolic blood pressure, in part because it helps keep your arteries flexible, reducing the risk for atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of the arteries that leads to cardiovascular disease. Plus, it also lowers LDL cholesterol and triglycerides, which contribute to that hardening, while raising HDL cholesterol, the good stuff that helps prevent it. Beyond your heart, regular aerobic training improves insulin sensitivity, especially in your muscle fibers or cells, and therefore helps your body use glucose more effectively. That's critical in preventing and managing type 2 diabetes, another heart disease risk factor. A 2011 meta-analysis found that aerobic exercise lowers hemoglobin A1C, an average measure of blood sugar, by 0.07%, which doesn't sound like much, but is comparable to some medications. Along the way, it can also reduce BMI, waist circumference, and visceral fat, the unhealthy fat that made Renaissance people attractive, but now we know just how ugly it really is. And here's a bonus. Aerobic exercise helps with smoking cessation by easing cravings and withdrawal symptoms. This means aerobic exercise improves all major risk factors for heart disease, the leading cause of death in America and worldwide. The good news? Just 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week is associated with a 14 to 33% reduction in cardiovascular mortality. And higher intensity cardio workouts may offer even greater benefits. Are you thinking exercise really is medicine? Then like and subscribe for more. But your heart and cardiovascular system don't get all the joy. Cardio workouts turn your muscles into lean, mean aerobic machines. Kind of like the Energizer Bunny, but with less fluff and more tough. How does it work? Aerobic exercise stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis, which means your cells become better at producing ATP, the energy currency of life. This gives you more endurance and reduces fatigue throughout the day, making it easier to stand those long lines at Disney World. It also transforms fast-twitch muscle fibers to behave more like slow-twitch, meaning more fat metabolism. Add to this the previously mentioned insulin sensitivity, and aerobic training makes your muscles efficient machines of burning away calories, glucose, and fat. If only it would burn away the regret of not living an authentic life. Oh, but it might. Despite its lack of motivation at times, your brain actually loves exercise, which increases cerebral blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. All of this triggers the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Basically, miracle grow for your neurons. It promotes improved learning or better memory, in part by greater neuroplasticity or more adaptable brain neurons. A 2018 review paper found that aerobic exercise significantly improved attention, processing speed, and executive function in older adults. It also increased the size of the hippocampus, a memory center of the brain. This is huge because the hippocampus is one of the first regions to shrink with Alzheimer's disease. And these brain benefits aren't just for the older impaired. Aerobic activity enhances cognitive development beginning in childhood and continues on up through adulthood. Aerobic exercise is also a powerful mood booster, often as effective as medication for mild to moderate depression. A 2024 review found that walking and jogging were especially effective at reducing depressive symptoms. Aerobic training also reduces anxiety, boosts executive function, and improves sleep quality, self-esteem, and body image. How does it do all this? More serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, and endocannabinoids, plus less cortisol, your body's stress hormone. Even one short walk can improve your mood for hours. So if you're cranky, take a lap before you send that email to your boss that you referred to as Mr. Stinky Dinky. And unlike meds, aerobic exercise comes with benefits, not side effects. Do you have a go-to workout that boosts your mood? Let me know in the comments. If you've ever slept better after a long hike or bike ride, you're not imagining things. Regular aerobic activity improves total sleep time, sleep onset latency, or how quickly you fall asleep, and even REM sleep, the type your brain needs to rest and repair. And better sleep improves mental health and promotes tissue and muscle repair from exercise. It all fits together, but you'll want to avoid intense cardio workouts before bed. Your body needs a few hours to cool down and transition to rest. Let's zoom out. Aerobic exercise doesn't just make you feel better today, it's an investment in your future. A 2015 study from the Journal of the American Medical Association analyzed data from over 660,000 adults. Those who met aerobic exercise guidelines of 100 to 300 minutes per week had a 31% lower risk of all-cause mortality. And those who did 3 to 5 times more exercise had even better outcomes. This is because cardio workouts lower your risk for heart disease and stroke, colon and breast cancer, type 2 diabetes, and dementia. Translation, the more you move, the longer you live. It's that simple. So how much movement do you need? The CDC and the World Health Organization recommend the following: 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise per week, like brisk walking or water aerobics, or 75 minutes per week of vigorous exercise, like running or swimming laps, or any aerobic exercise that relies primarily on ATP made in the presence of oxygen. And it really helps to throw in 2 days of resistance training per week, which primarily uses ATP from anaerobic systems that don't require oxygen. The aerobic part, break it up however you want. 5 30-minute sessions per week or 3 50-minute sessions per week. It doesn't matter. The total time is the important thing. What's the best aerobic exercise? Don't believe the hype that one type is better than another. Sure, some forms of cardio do burn more calories or spike your heart rate a little higher, but if they make the workout feel like torture, what's the point? The most effective form of aerobic exercise for you is the one that you enjoy the most. And if that happens to be silly walking, well, you do you. Here's a few myths to debunk. Myth 1, walking isn't real exercise. Truth, it lowers heart disease and early death. It works. Myth 2, you must train in the fat burning zone. Truth, you burn fat at all aerobic intensities. Total energy burn is more important. Myth 3, running ruins your knees and ankles. Truth, moderate running strengthens your joints. Overuse is the issue, not running. Myth 4, all cardio strengthens bones. Truth, only weight-bearing cardio like walking, running, jump rope, or skipping do the trick. 5, heart rate's the best and only way to measure intensity. Truth, it's useful, but so is the talk test and perceived exertion. If you can't easily talk while you're working out, you're not aerobic. Myth 6, too much cardio is bad for your heart. Truth, only extreme high volume endurance athletes are at risk. Most hearts receive a big benefit. Myth 7, calorie counters on machines are accurate. Truth, they can be 10 to 40% off. Use them as rough estimates only. Myth 8, you need 10,000 steps per day. Truth, benefits begin at 3,000 steps. More is better, but anything beyond that is something. What's your favorite exercise myth? Let me know in the comments. Aerobic exercise isn't about punishment, it's about potential. The potential to feel better, think clearer, sleep longer, and outlive your enemies. So whether you dance, swim, bike, or run a 5K in your retro Nike waffle trainers, remember you're doing it for more than just your heart. It benefits your entire body, giving you a better quality and a greater quantity of life. If this was helpful, hit like and share it with someone who needs a nudge. And subscribe for more no-nonsense, evidence-based fitness content. I'm Dr. Jake. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. And as always, my content comes from peer-reviewed research.